We have been waiting a long time for this day to dawn, and so many of you have traveled long distances. I hope you're a little bit rested from your trip because we have a lot of hard work ahead of us. Today, the IWMF is very proud to release its groundbreaking research, the Global Report on the Status of Women in the News Media. This report provides a comprehensive view of where women stand in the news industry around the world. This conference will use the Global Report as the foundation for our deliberations. The outcome of the conference will be the creation and dissemination of a declaration of principles and the development of a plan of action to identify specific priorities to advance women in the news media worldwide. That is why we are all here today.
It seems perhaps obvious to us the need to promote women in journalism, but why? Why are we here? Why is it that it's important to the news media to have women, not just as journalists, but in senior positions? Jen?
Journalism is about choices, and choices are defined by the people who make them day to day. So if in a newsroom you're not representative of the people that you're trying to serve, then that's a filter. And I think, with gender equity or with diversity, it's really important to get people in the newsroom driving different perspectives in terms of the news of the day.
Then I think it's also about how to run a news organization when we come to the managing level. And I totally believe in that it's really much needed that there is a mixture of gender and a mixture of a diversity in where people come from. I think that changes our way we deal with each other. So, and this then also approaches the way how we do journalism.
The case of the developing world is the only sensible thing to do, because how else shall we develop the society? It's documented that if you educate a woman, you lower the levels of maternal mortality rate, you lower the levels of infant death, you develop a nation. So it's the only sensible thing to do, to hear what the women have to say and help them out in development. You get their voices reflected, you get their needs reflected, and you set an agenda.
So I think that now is a very good opportunity, and it's a way that we have to challenge women to be educated, more educated, to encourage them to jump into this story, because I think that we have a lot to share with people, with our community, and I think that this is a very, very good moment for women.
Because we as the media had to report on gender equity, and because we were playing the policeman, it automatically had to be that we had to reflect that. Because when you keep reporting about something, it happens that you do. But also, it's not just that. Maybe another thing is we also had leadership. Surprisingly, there were men, not necessarily women. Leadership in my organization that valued the woman. So the discussions in the boardroom were never whether somebody is a woman or not, but what they could do. And because of that, women got promoted, and that's how we made it to the top.
And the way to do it for us, it was in 2002 we made a formal agreement between the management and the journalist union, our paper. That was really important because it stated a clear policy. We agree that we will have a 50-50 gender equality in all levels of the organization, and a strict policy how to get there.
So we have to have as many women as men in the middle management position, and also on the top. We have I'm the managing editor, and I have one woman deputy and one male deputy. But this is outstanding for Germany. I'm the only female managing editor from a national-wide newspaper in Germany. You have to think about it. We have this chancellor, we are so proud of her, but in the news business it's so poor, especially newspapers. It's a little bit better in television and radio station. And I think my paper is just doing so well because of this quota, which we have since 20 years. And it's really strict. If it's not fulfilled, they have to hire a woman.
In our structure of how we work and how we look at work, it's still sort of a male hierarchy approach in terms of how organizations are run, and that's sort of the next evolution, because we don't want to lose women who choose to have families. You know, we have to figure out how that works into representation moving forward.
Kirsty, Sylvia, Barbara, Carolyn, Ines, and Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.